It is 1853 on Saturday, April the 18th. And we are back for yet again for yet another episode. This is episode 12, I think. Hopefully I got these numbers right. It's hard to remember them all. Let's do this so that I disorient the viewer while making myself very dizzy. Okay, that was really stupid. We're back. Yes, I do have my microphone on. Good. It's right there. Hooray for the microphone. We are back for another episode of this meal. I still don't have a fancy name for this meal. This is a chicken thigh. It is mixed vegetables and it is fried potatoes. Got my spoon. So let's bring her on over to the table, have ourselves a meal. And once again, I'm having dessert cookies, just like the last 3 days, I think it's been. 2 or 3 days. But we have to check out what we're listening to. My neck is really bothering me. So doing that was not very fun. However, that song right there, I don't think we listened to that yesterday. That is the keyboard track from Cries from a Defective Mind. All the way back, recorded all the way back on, when was that? That was March of 2024. So just over 2 years ago. All right, so I should be ready to eat my meal. Here we have it. Here we have it. Here's a close-up of the meal in question. Looks very nice, doesn't it? All right, I had this yesterday as well. So let's take a nice big old bite. Oh, yeah. I mentioned yesterday I made a little bit of a mishap. Had a bit of an oopsie when I was making the meal. I forgot to start the water boiling. I forgot to start boiling the water for the mixed vegetables. So my timing was a little off. So today, I actually forgot again, but this time I was only like 30 seconds to 45 seconds late, so it didn't matter. Hopefully tomorrow I will have it down. Oh yeah. So let's try to pound this. It was pretty nice weather today, but now it's cloudy. I think it's supposed to rain. It's supposed to get cold on Monday. The NHL playoffs start today, I think. That's exciting. You know, I checked the schedule, TV schedule. There was nothing on the schedule, but that might just be a bug on the website. So I'm just going to turn the TV on, see if there's a game on. I know there's a game that's playing right now, but I don't know if I actually get it on my TV. Normally I don't have anything on my TV when I'm making these videos. It's just blank, but maybe this is a special occasion. So let's turn it to channel 20. See if there's any hockey on. Doesn't look like it. No. Yeah, this is probably exclusive to like a pay TV channel. What a bunch of bums. Okay. Which is strange because it's Saturday. They always have games on Saturday on my channels. Oh, yeah. Cooked to perfection. Yeah, the best part of the hockey season is watching the Leafs get eliminated in the playoffs. However, this year they didn't even make the playoffs. So I won't get to experience that. That experience is, that feeling is just so hilarious. Watching them get eliminated. However, now I have to find some teams to cheer for. I know the Ottawa Senators made it in, so I'm definitely cheering for them. My sister lives in Ottawa. One of my sisters lives in Ottawa. And my nieces. I think Montreal made it in too. Yeah. So I'm cheering for them as well. Oh man, this is so good. So tasty. Really looking forward to dessert. Been waiting for that all day. All of these days I've just been waiting for dessert. Because I'm having a lot more for dessert than I normally have, and so that's my favorite part of the day now. So I got some big news. My jaunt into town is official. I am officially going into town on Tuesday, April the 21st, I believe it is. Going on my donut hunt. Then I'm going to try and make a video on location of me eating some food. Then I'm going to go to the grocery store, go down every single aisle, I should say, trying to find something to eat. I might not even get anything at the grocery store. I just want to do it. I just want to go through every aisle. I should probably get at least something though. And then at the very end, I'm going to pick up my Indian food. Another round of Indian food. So that's going to be really, really exciting. So going on my donut hunt, I'm going to 3 different Tim Hortons. Because apparently, depending on the location you go to, the donut selection may be different. So I just want to make sure I'm not missing out on anything. So I got 3 planned. And then when I get to the grocery store, it's a really big grocery store, and there's another Tim Hortons attached to the grocery store. So I can also go to that one as well. So I'm a little worried because you can go on Google Earth, or Google Maps, I should say. You can see the menu for each of the locations, and none of them show sour cream glazed. Now, in one of my recent videos, not so recent anymore, I guess, if you're watching this, but I got blueberry sour cream glazed. They didn't have any normal sour cream glazed. So I don't know if this donut is becoming more obscure or not. There's also a sour cream plain, which has no glaze. There used to be, at least. But I don't know if these donuts exist anymore. That would be very tragic, because that's one of my favorite donuts. So what I really want, I want to find the chocolate glazed, the double chocolate, and the sour cream glazed. Those three are necessary for this whole thing to work. If I can't find those, I don't know. I mean, I'm screwed. I'm going to be sad. To be fair, I already had those three donuts, several episodes ago, though I haven't had the sour cream glazed. I only had the blueberry variant. So hopefully, since I'm going to 3 or 4 different Tim Hortons, I'll be able to find all the donuts I want. And so, those 3 type of donuts I definitely want to get. But I'm going to get one of every other kind that they have. And so if I go to another Tim Hortons and I see they have another kind of donut that I didn't get at the first one, I'll get that one as well. Same with the third location, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. The whole point, I want to get all the donuts I can so that I can do a very productive and accurate taste test. Tier list, I think I was going to do a tier list. So really looking forward to that. I had that idea as I was making the video the first time. I had an idea about going to all the Tim Hortonses, and then I said I didn't know if I could, but it's becoming a reality. So that's the power of visualization. We're getting there. Oh, I definitely want to check out the cake section in the grocery store. They have a huge bakery. And I've never actually looked at their cake aisle, their cake section. So I'm wondering if they carry the same cakes as the other grocery store I go to. It's a different, it's a different brand, the grocery store, but I don't know. I'm assuming that cake place, like the cake brand, maybe they just send it to all the grocery stores. That would be ideal for me, but I'm just curious about the cakes. I'm all about the cakes now. All right. Just a few more spoonfuls. Yeah, I cooked this perfectly today. Absolute perfection. All right, so 1 chunk of corn, kernel of corn, I guess. And then 1 piece of potato. If I can get that, I don't know if I can get that or not. There. All right, how about that? Well, that was good. Part 1 is done. Just gonna wipe my face. All right, so I gotta get myself some cookies and I gotta get some milk and then I'll be back. So let's hook up the side view. Ugh. I guess I don't really have to rinse my stuff yet. I'll just do that after the video's over. Well, I'm gonna have to open up some new milk. I already went through a whole thing of milk. Okay. Now, I don't know if you know this or not, but up here in Canada, we also have like bags of milk. So you can get 3 bags of milk, which equals, I think, 4 liters in total. Whereas this thing of milk here is 2 liters. However, I was having a problem with it. Like, I think the bags can puncture a little easy. Sometimes they, because I was going to the grocery store and every time I go to the grocery store, I have to open up, so there are 3 bags of milk inside a bigger bag. And the bigger bag has like it's not a twist tie, but it's, those things that you put on a bread bag. That when you buy bread at the grocery store, it's a little tie thing. I don't know, maybe they're different in the US and Canada, but anyway, it's secured with that. So I have to undo that, open up the bag, and look around to make sure there's no milk gathering on the bottom of the bags, to make sure that none of the bags inside the bag have been punctured and leaking, because that's happened multiple times to me. My whole point of the story is I just said, screw these bags of milk. They're stupid. I'm just going to get tried and true carton of milk. So that's what I started doing. It actually worked out better for me. It's also cheaper. It's also pretty much the exact amount I need. One of these I go through in a week. So it's the perfect size. And it's way more consistent. I've never had a bad carton of milk. So, thumbs up to the cartons of milk out there. You know who you are. Should I get a plate? Do I get a plate? I can't remember if I get a plate or not. I'll get a plate. This is still a little wet. I put my chicken on this plate to let it defrost. And then after I stick it on the frying pan, I wash the plate, obviously, with soap and water. Okie dokie. Oh, I need a glove. I need a glove. A plastic glove. I'm just gonna check my teeth. I can check my teeth with my phone. How's about that? Oh yeah. I got something in my teeth. Okay, give me a second. Hopefully you haven't seen it on the video. That would be embarrassing. I'm just going to the washroom to double check. Oh yeah, it's not too bad. It's sort of amplified with the phone because I was doing a big zoom in. Alrighty, we are back. We are back and we have ourselves some cookies. The big bag of cookies. So if you remember, there were 40 cookies in here at one point. Yesterday I had 10. The day before I had either 4 or 5, I don't remember. And the day before I had 2. So there should be at least 20 left. Now, I was doing the math yesterday after my video. And I was trying to think, how many cookies am I going to eat today? So if you remember yesterday's video I made, I had 7 mini muffins and then 10 cookies. A little bit excessive. However, I did the math and I was okay with the amount of stuff I was eating. Now for this, I did the math, and if I eat, so there's 6 grams of sugar per cookie. So if I eat 10 cookies, obviously there are 60 grams of sugar. If I eat 20 cookies, there are 120 grams of sugar. And so for some reason, I've sort of picked 100 grams of sugar as being the threshold. Obviously, that's way too much sugar to have in a day. Way too much. But for some reason, for these videos are special occasion videos. So I'm not, I only have a few more days of this left. But I was trying to, limit it to 100. And so if I have 16 cookies, then that's 96 grams. So I'm going to have at least 16 cookies. Assuming I can eat that much. I'm pretty sure I can. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm only halfway there. Oh my God. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Wow, there's a lot of cookies here. 14, 15, and 16. Am I going to be able to eat this? Like, what the heck? Okay, I'll leave this. I'm not having any more cookies after this. This is it for the cookies. There's still a few left, but I'm not eating any more. Okay. Okay, so let's see if I can do this or not. I'm not going to nuke them because at least they were soft. They're still relatively soft. I like that idea of putting my milk on the side here so I don't have to hold it. 1. So that means I have to have 32 bites. 32 bites. They're still good. I think the best before date was the 20th, which is on Monday. Yeah, so I'm not having any more cookies. Tomorrow, I am making a video. Probably gonna have the same meal, the same chicken, mixed vegetables, and fried potatoes meal. However, there is going to be a surprise dessert. So looking forward to that as well. I was almost debating that I wasn't gonna do it. When was I debating that? Last night or this morning or something? I don't remember. But all of the sugar meals are, it's sort of taking a bit out of me. I wake up in the morning and I'm like, oh God. It's like I'm hungover or something. But there is a surprise dessert tomorrow. So look forward to that. And then on Monday, I'm going to take a day off. I'm not going to make a video. I have to prepare myself for the final round. Actually, I don't think it's going to be the final round. It's the next round. Because I still have to go to the grocery store. My usual grocery store time. And I'm going to try and find another one of those chocolate brownie cheesecakes with caramel. And then that's going to be the final round. Yeah, on Monday, I'm probably going to have the same meal once again. And what am I going to have for dessert? I might actually not have dessert that night. Or I might have like a scoop of ice cream. I still have a whole thing of ice cream. Yeah, right, I'm not going to have dessert. Of course I'm having dessert. You liar. But I have to prepare myself because I'm having a big lunch where I'm making a video of it when I'm on location on Tuesday. And then that night I'm having Indian food on video and donuts. So Tuesday is going to be, I don't even know how I'm going to do Tuesday. Physically, in my stomach area. But we shall see. There are a lot of cookies here. I haven't even got through half of them. There are 10 left. I've only had 6. This was the last keyboard track I recorded for my band ever, 2 years ago. So I have recorded more keyboard stuff in YouTube videos, if that counts. I think the last thing I recorded was the keyboard tracks the keyboard in the Dad I'm Gay video. I haven't seen that video in several months. Well, since I posted it. But I remember it made me laugh quite hard. So we got 6 left. Can I do it? I can, but should I? I shouldn't, but will I? I think I probably will. I can definitely have 1, 2. I can have 2 more, 100%. All right, 4 left. How many were there? 16? So I've had 12 so far. Pretty excessive, if you ask me. I just can't lose weight. I don't know why. Fatties be like... I apologize. I shouldn't talk though, because all this time I thought I was just really good at losing weight. And I thought everyone else was crazy. But it turns out the rheumatoid arthritis is making it a lot easier to lose weight because it's eating away like my fat tissue and my muscle tissue, and it's speeding up my metabolism. So I have naturally occurring performance enhancing drugs in my body to help with weight loss. So three left. I don't feel bad or anything regarding the food, the amount I've eaten. I can definitely eat it. Two left. No, but I think people do have, a lot of people do have a problem with losing weight. I think it's because, food these days, it tastes so good. It's so easy to get. And, people are just addicted to eating. So I think it's a combination, While it is easy for me to lose weight, my diet is actually really good. Though, to be fair, I do eat a lot of junk food. Not as much as this normally, but I do have cookies every day and stuff like that. But my portion control is unmatched. Unmatched. All right, one left. The final cookie. This is me as a cookie. Is that funny? All right. Trying to get a Kleenex. They're all jumbled together. Oh man. All right, I did it. I accomplished something in my life. I ate 16 cookies. I mean, if I could, I would eat like this all the time. I definitely have a sweet tooth, and I love to eat, but I had to get it under control. And I like that I got it under control. Feel a lot better. I walk up a hill every day, twice, and it's like 60 feet high. And it's probably, 450 feet long? And back when my peak weight was 200 pounds. So back then, walking up that hill, I mean, I still did it, but after I lost all the weight, it just kept getting easier and easier to walk up the hill. And now it's like nothing. I don't get out of breath or anything. It's just like I'm walking normally. So it makes a big difference. Anyway, that's it for the video. Now, how many cookies do we have left? So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, I believe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And some crumbs. 7 and crumbs. I'm not going to throw them away necessarily. I'll probably just keep them. I might eat them on Monday. Not all 7 though. To be honest, Monday is a wild card. I don't know what I'm going to do on Monday. I could crumble a bunch in some ice cream. I don't want to eat too much dessert though, because I want that to be an off day. I want to sort of get myself, prepare myself for the next round. So anyway, some big stuff is about to happen. I already talked about it. And tomorrow we have another episode. It's going to be the same meal, and then I'm going to have a surprise dessert. So look forward to that. And then the next episode after that will be on location, at the secret location where I have a meal outside. Oh, by the way, I didn't talk about the weather. I've been looking at the weather. Wednesday would have been a better day, a much better day to go, but I didn't want to wait that long. So Tuesday is supposed to be like 10 degrees or 11 degrees Celsius. I don't know what that is in Fahrenheit, but it's not warm, but it's not freezing. I'll dress appropriately, and it should be fine. It's just a little, hopefully it's not too windy, so it interferes with the microphone. I do have a windscreen that I can put on the microphone. It looks pretty stupid, but whatever, I'll do it. So I'm looking forward to doing that, going on the donut hunt. Should be some fun times. So I will see you tomorrow.